Do, 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 do. All right. And start video. And thumbnail. Okay. This will be take 3, I guess. Let's see if I can get this right. Right. Hopefully y'all can see this time. And I'll be turning the volume down. The video that will play in the beginning is your standard opening cinematic, but the character in it is semi-important. We'll meet him at a certain point in the game. And in the meantime, I'll be quiet. And the Minotaur goes down. Alright, so this is Neverwinter Nights. This will be a play walkthrough of sorts. I am arriving decades late into this game. Well, into this specific type of video, not the game itself. I've been playing this game forever. This is based on the 3rd edition rules for Dungeons & Dragons. It came out in 2002, and even though it is a bit dated, I mean, this is a restored version for current computers, this still remains one of the best D&D inspired games I've played. So, without further ado, let us create our character. Right. And let's see. You find yourself at the center of intrigue, betrayal, and dark magic in Neverwinter Nights. Journey through dangerous cities, monster-filled dungeons, and deep into uncharted wilderness in search of the cure for a cursed plague ravaging the city of Neverwinter. The Wailing Death is the original campaign. This was the first game originally, taking place across 4 chapters and a prelude. It showcases many of Neverwinter Nights' original features across many geographical areas, since this takes place in the Forgotten Realms, with a large variety of characters, quests, and villains. Let's see more information. Alright. The game opens. The once mighty city of Neverwinter is a hive of panic and terror. Thousands have died from the mysterious plague called the Wailing Death, and thousands more are infected, with the risk of an epidemic spreading across the face of Faerun, which is supposed to be like the main continent, I believe, in the Forgotten Realms. The Lords of Neverwinter declared a quarantine and, sound familiar? And shut the gates to all travel, trapping sick and healthy alike inside the city walls. Lady Arabeth de Tilmaran has issued a call to all adventurers within the city, asking them to keep order and help her find a cure. And that is what we're going to be doing for the first part of the game, is essentially fantasy CDC. Promises of honor and riches have drawn many to Arabeth's side, but all for naught. The plague spreads with every passing day and sweeps through the poorer quarters of the city like a flash fire. Many would-be heroes have fallen, and no cure is in sight. Alright, so, prelude bits of information. Lady Arabeth herself has ordered the Academy to send you an invitation. Come and learn. This module serves as the introduction to the Wailing Death campaign and the game of Neverwinter Nights. It features some light story accompanied by gameplay tutorials and objectives. Multiplayer games should start at the beginning of Chapter 1 with the level 3 characters. Yeah, essentially for this first part, it's short. There's probably going to be a few videos, so I don't want to spend too much time in the recording. We're essentially learning how to play the game and how it works. Well, I guess you will be if you haven't played this game before. I know how to play it, but I'm going to treat this as if I'm playing it for the first time. And this description right here, I am not going to read because there will be a cinematic that will narrate this for you. But for those who like to read and don't not have people read for them, I'll let them do so. All right. Play. Oh, yes. So, if you were inclined, you can select one of these pre-made characters. For it, if you don't feel like creating your own, we will not be doing that. We will be creating our own character because that's the fun in Dungeons and Dragons, is you get to play who you want to play. And I will say one of the points in the game, and I guess you could consider this as a flaw, is that there is a focus on combat. So if you are making your character, obviously play what you want, you're going to have to keep that in mind, that this can get combat heavy. So create a character. Right. First is the gender, or in this case biological sex. I'll be playing male because in real life that is my gender. And even though this wouldn't be the first time I've played a female character in the game, I'm not comfortable doing so in a recording. I'm just going to stick with what I know. So I'll be a guy in this. Right, race. And let me pause real quick. So let's stop share. Alright, keep things simple. I suppose that will be human in this. these are regenerated portraits, and you can select which one you want. It's generally recommended to pick the one that's close to what your character will look like, even though technically speaking your character won't actually look like any of these guys. But doesn't mean we can't try and find something that looks cool. And with the idea that I have in this character, and I know because one person I regularly game with likes to play these types of characters, I'm going to pick the Knight. Alright, class. Again, your standard D&D classes for 3rd edition, plus some prestige classes. Not really going to worry about these in the walkthrough, mainly because I already have an idea of what type of character I'll do for this. And for the most part, up until 9th level, I'm actually going to avoid playing a spellcaster type, so this is going to be a new experience for me. Fighter. I'm not going to be neutral evil, I'll be lawful good. Abilities, right? Let's see. Let's put our charisma to 12 because we do kind of need to be charismatic for this. On to 12. Dex to 13. Fourteen, and then put the rest in strength. Right. Second thoughts. Do that. And again, don't feel like doing that much. You can pick these, however, I want to build this guy from scratch. First things first. Gotta build up your persuade. This is going to be important. This. And this. Actually, let's Look up his appraise. So I get 3 feats. First things first, the dump stat. See weapon focus. What do I want to focus on? Right. Fun. Let's see. Let's do that. That's common.
Get on them! Attack, I say!
People I know are going to laugh at this one. It's gonna be stupid.
Attack! I say attack!
I think we might pick them. Let's see. I get to create my this. There combines Batman, Zuko, Solomon Kane, Robin Hood to a certain extent, like all the standard fantasy stuff that people will enjoy. But, a particular friend who told me that he wanted me to play a soldier in this, I made sure this would be a background that he would like, and the first name's an inside joke. Okay, now we'll begin the opening cinematic that I mentioned earlier, so I'll stop talking so you can listen. We'll check everything. Oh yeah, don't worry about the mount action, right? That isn't in this game. Oh, it is, but it's not in this campaign. Clarify. Alright. Play.
The Frozen North, the name given to the stark and unforgiving frontier that lies beyond the high moor of Faerun. A bleak wilderness where barbarian clans and tribes of giants roam the land, and fierce dragons rule the skies. But amidst the frozen savagery stands a bastion of civilization, the city of Neverwinter, jewel of the north. Behind the city's high walls, those both hardy and brave carve out an existence from this bleak land under the guidance and protection of the legendary hero Lord Nasher Alagonda. Yet there are some things that all the courage in the world cannot stand against. A virulent plague swept the city, a terrible affliction that began in the beggar's nest. Soon, all of Neverwinter would feel the touch of the wailing death. The disease could not be cured. Panic ensued. The streets erupted into violence. The jewel of the North was brought to its knees. To save Neverwinter, Lady Aribeth de Tilmarand, Paladin of Tyr, and Lord Nasher's right hand put forth the call for a champion. A rush of would-be heroes answered her call, some drawn by promises of grandeur and glory, others by the lure of gold. Those with the greatest potential were initiated into the academy to train and study under the greatest minds of Neverwinter, all in the hopes a champion might emerge to save the city from the wailing death, and whatever sinister force might be behind it.
And let's see what this will tell us. You have trained long and part of the academy, and today is your final day. Right, and the reason wards can do all fours because they are the jack of all trades. Okay, great sword. Don't worry, I'll not be naked for long. Let me fix this. So in any event, this would be a short video, but here we are, and I guess this will be the end of part 1. Part 2, we will begin with talking to the person outside. So, let's save this character, save. Okay. So then. Still playing. Which transfer should be played and gameplay. That's it. Yes. And in any event, that was the end of part 1.